Hi, my name is Ryan, and this is my 2001 Dodge Viper GTS, and I'm going to take you for a ride. So I got this on March of 2016. A friend of mine asked me to go to the car dealership and he's supposed to get it, but unfortunately it didn't turn out well as far as financing. So I just keep telling him, it's like, dude, you gotta get it. And one time I should told my wife, I was like, honey, you want to check out what my friend's trying to get? And then she fell in love with it. So
oh yeah,
that's how we got it. The Viper because it's a unique car. You rarely see them on the road, and it's just the last V10 among American cars. You know, you don't see them a lot, and they're starting to get more rare because a lot of people are crashing them or getting into an accident.
Yeah.
So. Wasn't really looking for a car when I purchased this car. It's just like the right moment, like it was just calling us. It's like, hey, pick me up. And then that was it. I wasn't in the car market when I picked this up.
Just say somebody's in the market for one of the Vipers. Obviously there's how many generations?
5 generations.
So there's 5 generations of Vipers, and this is the 2nd generation. What would you suggest if somebody came to you and said, hey Ryan, I'm looking to buy a Viper, what do I need to know about before I think about getting one?
Make sure the maintenance has been done, you know, proper oil change, make sure the power steering pulley was changed, things like that, and make sure the tires got changed, because a lot of Viper owners don't drive their cars. So in my situation, it's been the original tires for 20 years. So
yeah,
fortunately, my tire blew up. So
unfortunately, it blew up. I mean,
yes. So I had to.
Were you driving when it blew up, or?
Yes, it blew up. So I had to change tire right side of the road, and I learned it the hard way.
And that's because you got to change tire because you have a
old tire.
And a spare.
And
so that's
God.
Another thing about the Viper, at least the Gen 2, we can say it does have a spare, believe it or not.
Yes.
I was surprised myself, but be glad you had one, because if the tire's old, it'll explode.
Yeah, if I don't have the spare, I'll be stranded waiting for a tow truck. So that was it.
Yeah.
So make sure you check the tires, because those are the first thing that people, Viper owners, changes, that are the tires. Liters.
8 liters.
8 liters.
10 cylinders. How much horsepower?
450, 500 torque. It doesn't get good gas mileage. It's 10 to 12 miles a gallon. So.
What do you like about the exterior?
It's just the shape, the hood. If you drive this car, it's just a big hood right in front of you. the bubble arch, you know, the roof. It's just a sexy car. And
Yeah.
like I said, you don't see them that many. Yeah, 6-speed manual, T56 tranny.
Okay.
I believe the new generations have T66, which is a lot better.
Okay.
So far, I have no problem with it. I just changed the shift knob. It makes it feel like a short shifter.
Okay, so you got a shorter shift knob.
Yeah. Interior is it's a rare, it's like a brownish color.
Yeah.
Tan. Has some basic radio, which I don't really use.
Yeah.
Because
But it's, you know, I mean, the car's cherry, but it's the interior, even though it's an older car, I mean, you're looking at a 20-year-old car now, right?
yes.
It actually, the build quality, even though it's not necessarily the fanciest, I feel like it's really held up really well. Like, it looks like it's brand new, just about. I mean, it looks cherry to me.
Yes.
Like, you don't see a lot of wear. So whatever they did to build the interior of this car, they did a really good job, because most cars that are 20 plus years old are going to have some dry spots or some cracking. And obviously you've taken very good care of this car, but mind you, you've only had the car for what, 5 of the 20 years of its existence. So you've either had some really lucky, got really lucky with somebody who took really good care of this car, or this car actually has pretty good build quality.
Yes, and you can hear you can't hear any creaks and rattles. It's pretty solid.
not at all. Very, very nice.
So it was pretty built good, you know. Exhaust is a Borla catback exhaust, and you have to have an exhaust because for some reason it just doesn't give you the sound of the V10.
It should sound. It should sound away. It's an 8-liter V10.
Yeah,
right.
It's so unique. Like I said, especially the pops and the crackles.
Yeah.
And it just sounds great. I know it sounds like a truck motor, but no, it's its own character.
Yeah. How about the suspension handling of the car? What have you noticed about driving it?
It's pretty tight, actually. It's not too bouncy. It's just enough. It's not like the ACR, which is a more hardcore, but this one is pretty manageable.
Yeah.
Not that bad. Sometimes I think about getting rid of it, but every time I drive this, it always changes my mind.
Yeah.
There's always thought that, oh, I want a Corvette or a newer Viper, but every time I drive this, it changes my mind. It's pretty reliable, actually. Parts are cheap. It's just the amount that makes it more expensive, but engine mounts, example, are $50 each. So
Yeah, so there's some
cheap.
crossover with Dodge and maybe some part sharing that went on.
Vipers in general are hot cars because of the transmission where it mounts, and yeah, this is the way it is.
So what do you mean? So the transmission is in the bells in the center,
Yeah.
right?
And then you drive on the left sideways because of the housing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you tell us about the exhaust, because exhaust is an interesting route.
Yes, and then the exhaust is, you have to watch for your leg because you might get burn marks.
So on the outside of the bodywork, because you have to kind of jump over the exhaust to get in.
Exactly.
I noticed that getting in the cars, because that's where the exhaust. So the exterior body by the doors, actually the exhaust pipes are running right there. So those are actually quite hot.
It is quite
So
hot.
you got a transmission in the center,
and the exhaust
which is
on
warm,
your
and then you
left
got
side.
exhaust on your side. So you actually do have a fair amount of cabin heat in the
Yes,
car
cabin
versus
heat.
other cars.
The AC doesn't really help, but it does. But it's still a hot car, so heater on this car is no problem.
So
during winter.
So what you're saying is that this car is hot, literally and figuratively.
This is what I like about this car. It's manual. It's just drive, no radio. I mean, which it has a radio, but I just turn it on, and it's the sound of the V10. It's so unique.
Yep.
All in all, it's a great car. Would I daily? No, but as a weekend car, yes. Just to go out, have coffee, or go out with your friends, and it's unique. Like I said, it just stands out. All in all, it's I would definitely recommend this car.